Ngāti Kahungunu.
Okay.
And I'm Te Atiawa, primarily, but also some Ngāti Porou, Ngāti Raukawa.
Is there any need for reconciliation between transgendering and the Māori community, the Māori tikanga culture, te ao Māori in the world?
Mm-hmm.
You have whakawhine accepted, they are an accepted and acknowledged social element for that culture. Is there any sort of counterpart for Māori? How do you fit the two?
Takatapui is a term that they use for gay, Māori who are gay. Whakawahine is another term used for transgender who are Māori. Yes, it has historically been acknowledged in the culture. When you have terminology like takatapui in the language, it isn't something that was just invented yesterday. It's been there, it's been a place there. And yes, they have a place a bit more respected than non-Māori, culture. So yes, it's been a part of it. But the introduction of Christianity to Māori brought a whole new code of moral ethic, and which excluded people like us, and helped cause some of the angst really of why we're not generally accepted. I was disappointed when Tariana Turia didn't vote in favour of the marriage equality thing. Her reason politically at that time was that it interferes with whakapapa, which is very important, in Māori culture. And I don't agree with that at all. But that was sort of an excuse because Māori are generally quite conservative on these matters. And yet the population of transgender in this country is predominantly Māori and Pacific Island, and then Caucasian or non-Māori population. There's many of us who have got an ethnicity.
That's right.
And
would you go back to singing? What I was asking for is part of the journey to womanhood is to you can surgically alter your larynx. That would affect your singing, yeah? Would you ever consider doing it? To get a higher pitched woman's voice?
Is there such a surgery where you can make
I think so.
yes.
Oh, well, let's do it.
No, don't destroy your voice.
Yeah, well, that was something I thought yesterday. I thought, your voice, will you preserve that? Because you can have that operation and then goodbye. It's a great voice,
Well, I'm no doctor, but if you're going to ever consider doing that, you'd better ask what the pros and cons of that is. Just so you can talk like this. I mean, really. I haven't had any surgery done. I'm not particularly masculine. I can be if I want to be. And I'm not particularly feminine. But, and not all singing voices have to be Barbara Streisand. In that sense, you have, I don't know what they call it in opera, but you have the low singing contraltos, or whatever they call them, and things like that. You've got a fantastic voice, so by God, you better use your talent, even, now that you've transitioned. We have Cindy of Samoa in Auckland, who is transgender, and she sings. She does Tina Turner and all sorts of things. Cool. All sorts of songs and music, and so if she can, I don't know if she's a particularly good singer, but she does it because she loves it, and she makes a living out of it.
Yeah, I've forgotten his name, but he was at Eurovision Song Contest, and he had like a full beard.
Oh yes,
Dressed
yes.
as a woman with a full
and
beard.
there was another
really
transgender person from Israel who I think won a Eurovision or something like that. From Israel. Dana, I can't remember the name.
For both of you, I mean, you've been comfortable in your skin for many years now, yes?
Since I was 16.
Okay. For you, you're 36 30, how many years has that meant?
I started taking hormones when I was 33, and then I had my gender reassignment surgery 37 last year.
So you've lived to this point a particular role in your society.
Yeah.
And it is a discovery. Your self-discovery takes on another meaning for you. Yeah. So how's it going? Is there anything else to come? I mean, you showed interest in perhaps vocal surgery. Is there anything else that you have got on your to-do list?
I haven't really thought about vocal surgery. Like my journey is about self-acceptance, so I'm accepting my gender, my sexuality, and my voice. My voice is a part of me, and I would not have surgery. No, I wouldn't risk that. I do sing. I've just sort of started getting back into it after my surgery last year, and so I've been in the studio singing, and it's a different experience, especially once you hit the stage. It's different outfits, different way of presenting yourself, different persona. So I'm just sort of getting back into that now.
Well, when I left school at 16, my goal was to become an actor, and I wanted to go to the New Zealand Drama School. And so acting and dramatic performance, or all of those sorts of things, was a goal that I had, that I wanted to have as a career. When I put that aside momentarily, because transsexualism was becoming a reality for me, I still wanted to be an actor, but now I want to be an actress. Now, funnily enough, for a short time, I worked in a soap opera called Close to Home as a guy, and I was a boyfriend of one of the core cast characters in it. And it was during this period that I discovered that I could become a transsexual and I could pursue that. And so I started to do that. I ended up not working on Close to Home for very long, because I was going out on the weekend in drag, going to work during the week as a male actor on the only soap opera we had in the country at the time. And so I finished up, because I made the choice that becoming a woman was more important, and I did that. Funnily enough, a year or two later, they were auditioning for some people to go to be in Close to Home as ladies of the night and things like that. And I went and auditioned and got a part for about 10 episodes, being one of the ladies of the night on a particular storyline that they were running in Close to Home at that time. And I went and auditioned in drag, and I had to front up to a director who I had previously, who didn't hook on to me until I'd signed the contract, and I got the part. And I said, "Steve, don't you remember me?" His name was Steve McElray, the director. And he sort of looks at me, sort of but he couldn't quite pick where it was. And I said, it's me, it's George. Oh, God. And he just realised that too late, I've signed the contract. And there I was. So I had been in Close to Home as a guy, and then a year or two later I was back there being this fabulous big-titted woman. And there I did these few episodes. What I'm getting at is that, so I got into Close to Home, and there was my into television and things like that. And then other parts came up. There was a series called Inside Straight, Shark in the Park, and I started to get these roles, playing either drag queen or a prostitute, admittedly. And but I seemed to, they were always sort of quite happy with me doing that stuff. And when was it? In 1987, I was nominated for Best Actress in the New Zealand Film and Television Awards for a short film I made called A Jewel Star with the director Peter Wells and Stuart Main. So it did very well, and when I was nominated for Best Actress, well, I felt some validation then that as an actress, and being nominated as an actress, female, you know, things like that, that was success to me. I didn't need to win the goddamn prize. I'd won already. I was being validated by my peers as a woman. And that was more important to me almost than winning the award. I lost out to Jennifer Ward-Leyland actually, so I didn't mind that so much. That was amazing. And after that I thought, oh, I'm going to, right, Hollywood, here I come. I'm going to make the big time. I'm going to be right on it. But of course, in reality, I was being typecast and I would never get anything more. And because I was open about being a transsexual, I inadvertently limited myself absolutely to what I could do in that arena. And people in the industry and in the country, viewers even, would know that I was a transsexual. So when the soap opera Gloss came along in the late 1980s, and I wanted to play Magda or one of the great women's roles on that thing, and I auditioned with a woman, Janice Finn, who was directing at the time, and she had been an actress in Close to Home, so she knew me and all of that sort of thing, and she was the one that brought me back to earth, who very kindly, in a kind way, said to me, look, Georgina, I don't think the country could believe that you could be mother of 4. And when I thought about that, I went, oh, what a shame. But yeah, I guess you're right. And so that nipped in the bud, really, that I could play, the great female roles that might come up. Really, the reality was that I couldn't. But so slightly disappointing. But nonetheless, there were many great roles as a transgender person.